This week I got to see a rare performance by an act called Deervana, which is actually the band Deer Tick doing their best Nirvana. Now Deer Tick is not a cover band, it's not a tribute act, it is a real existing indie rock band from Providence, Rhode Island. They're on the lo-fi, kind of country-tinged end of the indie rock spectrum. So a couple months ago they decided for a friend's birthday party, just as a lark, we're gonna do some Nirvana songs. Their label and management happened to be there. They thought, this is terrific. You guys have got to put this out there. And in March they premiered as Deervana at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
We skipped the career of a usual band and then did South by Bonnaroo at Northside Festival. So it's really fun. I just hope that we're doing it justice. It does kind of feel like a slap in the face to our idols, but you know, whatever. We're having fun.
Love you so much, it makes me sick.
Now, Deer Tick sounds nothing like Nirvana, but they do a really credible impression, partially because the Deer Tick band members started playing those songs when they first picked up instruments when they were 12 and 13.
I met Dave Grohl when I was like 10. It's funny, I had a copy of In Utero, and I went up to him and I was like, "Excuse me, you're the drummer from Nirvana." And he was like, "Yeah!" And he picked me up and gave me a bear hug and swung me around.
The crowd at Brooklyn Bowl was acting like they were seeing the real Nirvana. They were stage diving, they were moshing, they were totally going bananas. Probably because for most of them, this was as close as they would ever get to the band.
They don't even realize how much they know Nirvana songs, and then we play it and everybody knows every song.
We kind of do a lot of album cuts that, I don't know, people go crazy over. It's like they forget how awesome everything else besides Smells Like Teen Spirit is.
And Miley Cyrus has already staked her claim to Smells Like Teen Spirit, so we've left that one alone.
Most of the crowd there was probably too young to have ever seen Nirvana in its heyday, although I did manage to find one person who got to see Nirvana live even before Smells Like Teen Spirit hit MTV. How did Deer Tick do?
It was a blast. They were great. they were a lot more into it than Nirvana was the night I saw them. So, there's definitely something going on in those songs that has made it hold up very beautifully. And seeing it played live kind of reaffirmed that.
Do you guys have a favorite Nirvana song?
There's a couple that we're not playing actually that I wish we were doing.
Yeah.
Breed would have been fun.
Yeah, we should have done Breed.
I've gotten more requests for that song than...
It's too late now. Nirvana's breaking up.
Deer Tick says they don't want to continue and that this show, which was only their 4th performance, will be their last.
You have to tell gay men to stop having sex.
This Broadway production of The Normal Heart won the 2011 Tony Award for Best Play Revival. The Normal Heart deals with New York at a certain period of time, the early 80s, when AIDS cases first started becoming known in the gay community. We went to the theater on a recent Thursday night when the production offers $30 tickets for audience goers under the age of 30 to talk to young gay people about whether the play resonated for them.
There's only so much you can do. I mean, of course, wear condoms all the time, but it's about being smart and about just being positive in your own mentality.
Even in the position we are now with this disease and the things that are being done and even the steps, the progress that we have made, how far we still need to go, it's very surreal.
Back then, many gay men were going to funerals almost every week or every month for friends who were dying of this disease. And there was an enormous amount of frustration with the New York City government and the federal government and President Reagan about whether government officials were taking AIDS seriously enough.
There are going to be a lot of mamas flying into town not understanding why their sons have suddenly upped and died from pneumonia.
One issue that came up for some gay men was their discomfort with the idea of AIDS as a chronic, treatable illness.
I hate that. They're like, well, Magic Johnson can do it. Yeah, but he's a billionaire.
I ended up talking to a family from Minnesota, 3 teenagers who wanted to see certain cast members in the play. They come from somewhere where they don't see a lot of theater, but they also don't talk as much about some of the lifestyle issues and choices that the play raised.
You know, I have to hope my kids use safe sex regardless of whatever, but also just how people of various life situations have struggles and have to have a voice, and how do you do that?
What I was the most struck by were the number of people leaving the theater with tears in their eyes who said that they were moved because they felt the play brought a group of people back to life, and that what really impacted them was that the choices that the characters were making in the play were so similar to the choices that they, as gay people, are making today.
I'm trying to understand why nobody wants to hear that we're dying, why nobody wants to help, why my own brother doesn't want to help.
If you're gay, you're always fighting for something. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the absolutely smallest thing, but there's not a day that goes by, even now, that you don't think like, oh, I have to fight for that. It's normal, but it's not normal, even in New York.